Yes, it's finally October, and this month I'll be putting up videos where I discuss various subjects of one of my favorite genres in film, horror. One of the things I'll be discussing about in this very diverse subject is the different music that's been composed over the decades for different horror films. Music is, of course, a big part in film, especially horror films. And so for today, I'll be talking about the music that was composed for John Carpenter's The Thing. This 1982 sci-fi horror film is one of my favorite movies of all time. John Carpenter is a legend in horror cinema, and a reoccurring element in many of his films is that he personally composes the music for it. But in this case, Carpenter actually didn't compose the music, with the exception of a few bits here and there. Instead, he had legendary film composer Ennio Morricone write the music, which is actually a bit of a change for Morricone, considering most of the films he's composed over the years isn't horror. The result, however, is amazing. Morricone brings in a hugely atmospheric and creepy tone to the film. A lot of the tracks on the soundtrack are slow and focus on building up the suspense, which works great with subtlety. On the other hand, a couple of tracks do the exact opposite and just start out unsettling and creepy and only get more bizarre to the end of the song. It's pretty entertaining to listen to from beginning to end. What I find so ridiculous is that when The Thing came out, the music was nominated by the Razzies for Worst Musical Score. Seriously? Did they even listen to the soundtrack? Well, probably not, considering these are the same guys who give Worst Movie Awards to films they probably didn't even see. Not to mention, when the movie was originally released, E.T. was also out at the same time. And, well, E.T. being the biggest hit that year, most people probably didn't want to see an alien film that wasn't family friendly. And John Carpenter's The Thing is hardly family friendly. But on top of that, it also didn't sit very well with critics, so it wouldn't surprise me if the box office results, as well as the low critical reception, might have had a play into the Razzie nomination. That's still garbage though, because the music is awesome and the movie's awesome. But years later, thankfully, the movie did get better reception, and now it's beloved by many, and it has the critical acclaim that it deserves. It's been over 30 years since that movie came out, and the movie and the soundtrack still hold up tremendously well. I heavily recommend it. It's one of my favorite horror films of all time. Not to mention the soundtrack is creepy just to listen to on its own. It'd be great to play in like a haunted house, exhibit or something like that. Also, check out the original movie, The Thing from Another World. It's a classic. But stay away from the 2011 prequel of the same name, just simply called The Thing. I find it really odd that they made it a prequel to John Carpenter's The Thing, but they just call it The Thing. Just makes it more confusing. Anyway, stay away from that, but stick with The Thing from Another World, John Carpenter's The Thing, and definitely check out the score for it. It's really scary.